What's up, guys? Intellitech Studios here, and yes, I know, another Dyson. I wasn't planning on getting yet another Dyson. It just kind of worked out that way. Much like with the DC07 carpet, I basically had another collector friend who got a Dyson that was the exact model that I was wanting of a specific model, or the specific SKU that I was wanting of an exact model. And it happened again. So just like with the DC07 carpet, this is my favorite model of DC14. I've always wanted one of these ever since I saw it on my friend Michael's channel back a decade ago. This is a Sears and I think also Best Buy exclusive, one of those two or maybe both model. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it real quick. This box is really weird, but I'm not complaining. As long as it arrives safe, I don't care how fancy the box is. I got this for a really good deal off another collector whose name I'm blanking on, unfortunately, but thank you very much for this. So yeah, I got this for a really good deal. They got it from, I believe it was from an estate sale, they said. Don't quote me on that. But the point is they got it. They've only had it for a couple weeks, and it has a good clutch on it. It even has the manual with it, and I think it has the onboard attachments. It's missing the turbo tool that it's supposed to come with. It's supposed to come with like a really fancy uh, matching turbo tool that looks very similar to the floor brush on the Dyson DC11. So I am looking for one of those to kind of complete this package. But in the meantime, we'll unbox the main machine. There's a lot of tape. This is a really weird box, but again, as long as it's safe, I don't care. And as long as it's safe, I appreciate the creativity. So we're just going to cut all of these so we can lift this box straight up. Hopefully we'll be able to just lift this box right off of the other box, because this is two boxes in one. And we'll cut it on all sides. That works. This knife out of here, we can see a little remnants of something. Is this a piece of a pipe that he used to?
That goes over. That goes over our, like, you know how we have that pipe on the side of the house?
Yeah.
That's a sewage cover.
So there's a sewage cover. Okay. Well, it's not filled with sewage, thankfully, because if it was, there'd be a bit of a problem. But hey, that works. So my fiance just scared the crap out of me. But anyways, so that's fun. So if I ever need one of these, then I have one. So that's fun. Very cute. So there's that. A lot of more styrofoam. I had a bunch of styrofoam like this whenever we bought our new TV just a couple days ago, so that's fun. Got a bunch of that stuff. Get all this out of here. We've got a wand. Looks very nice. Looks good. No complaints there. More styrofoam all over the place. Very good condition. Wow, that's in really good condition. There's like no wear on that at all, which is really nice. Usually that's really worn out. So we'll set that aside. Get all this crap out of here. We got a box with the phone number on it. And get more of this out of the way. Looks like it's in one piece. It has the dusting brush and the crevice tool. It appears to be missing the upholstery tool, but that's not a big deal. You can get those really easily. The onboard attachments on this aren't special at all, so I'm not worried about that. Although the one that I would want it to have the most is the crevice tool, because the aftermarket ones don't fit on the machine. But this does have that, so we're good. We're all good. So the hose is taped on. It's taped on with clear tape instead of painter's tape. That kind of sucks. I hope it doesn't leave any residue. As long as it doesn't, then that's fine. So we'll grab this and pull it straight out. Yeah, there we go. So This thing right here is a Dyson DC14 full access. So this is the exact color scheme that I've been wanting for the longest of time of the DC14. It's very pretty. Careful. How was your nap?
It was a nap.
It was a nap? That's good. Okay. Anyways, so we've got some packing peanuts all over, which is fine. So it looks like this is a later model that does not have the quick release for this filter door, but it's not necessary anyways. It is weird because with this handle design, I thought it would have had that, but apparently there's more micro variations of the DC14 than I was aware of. So we've got our clutch cover right here. Everything's in really good shape. There's a lot of peanuts underneath this. Try to pull these out. Oh, and they're in the brush roll too. Okay. All that works good. Okay. There's more peanuts in here. There's a bunch of peanuts stuck underneath the inside the power head, which is kind of funny. I think I just got them all out. Okay. Housing's a little loose, but that always happens on these. Lower hose is clapped out like they always are, but that's an easy fix. So, yeah, so that a little loose, but again, that always happens on these with age. So that's that. Let's see, is there anything else in the box? I think that's just packaging. Oh, never mind. There is the upholstery tool. That's good. With some peanuts in it. Okay, so that just fell out. So, good thing I checked that. I always dump these out and check these off camera before I actually get rid of these anyways, because I don't think I'm going to reuse this box. You know what? I'm just going to dump this out. I am regretting this. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's fun. Okay, so there's our upholstery tool that I missed. Good thing I checked on that. And I've got this massive mess to clean up. I don't know why I just did that, but whatever. So, we'll go ahead and clean all this crap up, and we'll get to putting this lovely... I've loved this color so much. It's so pretty. And we'll go ahead and put this Dyson together after I clean up all this junk. Alright, so I got all of the packaging materials back in the boxes, and now we can look at the vacuum itself. So there is some paperwork as well inside the bin, so we'll check that out real quick. And I do have, like I mentioned, there is the upholstery tool, and the lint, or the velvet strips, whatever you call that, are still on there, so that's good. So I actually don't need to do anything with the attachments, at least not the onboard ones. Take the cable off, lift this up and over. The cable is in really good shape. I don't see any splits on the cable. Really happy with it so far. These power heads always get loose on these after a while, but from what I heard, the clutch is good, so that makes me really happy because it means I won't have to change another clutch. So in here is all the paperwork. I hope he cleaned this before. It doesn't look like it. There's dust in here. I don't know why he did that. I mean, I think it's in bags already, but I kind of wish you would have. If you're gonna stick the papers in the bin, at least wash the bin out. Whatever. At least it's there. And okay. So we do have the manual, which I don't have one of these, believe it or not. So we have the original manual. A little dusty, but that's actually not too bad. I can wipe that off. So, yeah, still weird that they were in there, but hey, no harm, no foul. So, and then in this bag we have some hi Rika. We've got some safety info and a quick guide. Pretty cool for an old Dyson. And we of course have the Dyson story, which I believe there still is a version of this that comes with new Dysons. Oh yeah, of course, because my new Dysons came with these. So this bin is surprisingly clear. So from what I heard, this had very little usage on it. There's a bit of fine dust in there. Not too bad. But everything latches good. Filter appears to be in good shape. Oh, that needs cleaned. This cyclone needs cleaned out. But, you know, that could be worse. Yeah. Hopefully that should be good enough for a quick little test. Alrighty, so pop the bin back on. We'll take the tape off of this. Please don't leave any residue. And of course it did leave residue on the hose. What a shock, putting adhesive on rubber is a bad idea. And you definitely can't get original hoses anymore. Hopefully I can get that off with some isopropyl or something. So, I appreciate this, but a little bit of advice, next time use painter's tape. But hey, not gonna complain. For $100 I can't complain. There's some dust and stuff in here, but that can be cleaned out. Not too bad. So we're gonna take the wand handle, click it in, and slap this up on top, like that. And we gotta double press the button to slide the wand out. That slides in really smooth, and clip down the wand cap. So there we go. Now, the brush roller, from what I remember, is in really good condition. So we'll look at that in a sec. But I think I pulled off the dusting brush. Oh, could you guys even see what I was doing? Was this angled down? I'm sorry. Okay. But anyways, so the handle is on just like you'd expect. If I can point the dang camera at what I'm trying to show. So that's on just fine. So dusting brush, of course, goes right there. Upholstery tool goes right there. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, the camera isn't even pointed at what I'm doing. Wow, today's a really bad video. I'm sorry. So you can't even see what I'm doing. So there's the tools. And here is some documentation, which is always lovely to have for an old vacuum. So we'll set these right there for now. And yeah, upper cord hook is in really good condition. These like to break a lot, especially on the 7s. That's in beautiful condition. Lower cord hook is still there. No complaints so far. I don't notice anything broken. Feels sturdy. So we'll go ahead and look at the bottom of it. So there were some packing peanuts stuck in the brush roll, but nothing too bad. Brush roll's in really good shape. Bristles seem to be okay, and I was told the clutch is good, so hopefully that's true. Base plate's not in that bad condition. There's a little bit of markings right there, but I should be able to scrub that off. There's a peanut stuck in the wheels. This wheel is kind of chewed up, but hopefully that shouldn't be a problem. And looking at the date, if I can find this. Okay, this was made on the 51st week of 2006. So, that's pretty good. This was after they got rid of the button right here, but before they got rid of the old style clip on the handle, and definitely before they switched over to the DC14 style handle. So, perfect. No complaints there. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much to complain about. Power button was in the on position, but power button presses just fine. See that orange? So that's pretty much that. We'll go ahead and plug this in and give it a bit of a whirl. All right, so this is now plugged in. We've got a good amount of mess right here to test this out with, so we'll do that. Cord kind of is in some of the debris, but you know, what are you gonna do? So it's in carpet mode. Make sure to push the head down because I need to switch around that lower hose. So let's see. Well, first we'll turn it on while it's upright. See what it sounds like. Well, it works really good. I think the clutch isn't bad per se, but I can't say that it's like perfect because I did feel the brush stop a little bit once it first hit the carpet. Hi, boot. And then once I started pushing it, that's when I kind of felt the brush engage, and you could kind of start to hear it groom a little bit as well. So the clutch is, or at least one of the belts on the clutch, is probably due to be changed, but it's not super urgent. The brush does still spin. So, and it did get up the little bit of fine dust that was there, although it did take a little bit. Definitely in the state it's in now, it does not clean as well as any of the newer Dysons, but even with a good clutch, that was always true. Although some people debate that. And I did manage to clog the intake a little bit with some of these peanuts. So, yeah. Oh, static. So that'll happen a little bit. We can just break these up. So they just suck them in. Yeah, because there's not a lot of space here on this side for those to go through. Well, actually I might have to... Actually, I'm just going to go empty this real quick, and we'll get the last couple little bits of these. Alright, so there's still some stuck in here. That's a tongue twister. But I cleared out the main area right there. So I forgot how heavy these bins were. So now we'll go ahead and clean up the rest of this. One thing I really love about the 14 that nobody ever talks about when compared to the DC07 is that it's really quiet. Like, it's because there's no cyclone noise like from the '07. This is a really quiet vacuum. And it sounds high pitched on video, but in real life, at least in my house, you can barely hear it. You can hardly hear the whine of the motor. So I really like that. And of course, it is still pretty easy to use. And it is easier to use than a DC07 for the most part. So I only say that because I obviously just used the DC07 the other day, so a bit of difference there. So yeah, the clutch isn't perfect, but the rest of it, honestly, is pretty damn close. So for the $100 that I paid for this, plus shipping and handling, I'm very happy with this. And I don't think I realistically could be happier given the price, because even though the clutch is supposed to be like perfect, I didn't expect that, because even just from the sitting for a while, the belts are gonna stretch out a little bit in the clutch. It's just gonna happen. So, there's really no such thing as a brand new Dyson having a perfect clutch, even if you buy a brand new one. Like, there was one person on Facebook who had a bunch of old stock Dysons, and I really wanted to get one, but by the time I had the money, they were all sold out, which sucks, because I don't think that many vacuum collectors actually got those. I think it was just normal people that are just going to use them and throw them away, which really sucks. But anyways, that's not the topic of this video. So this DC14 I'm very happy with. It's definitely going to stay in the collection. And since I have this now, I probably will get rid of my other 14s. I have 2 all-floors and an animal, and I also have a DC25 I'm getting rid of, and maybe 1 or 2 other Dysons. I know I'm getting rid of the 41 as well. So if you are looking for a Dyson, either one that's been refurbished or one that's pending being refurbished and you just want to buy it as is, let me know, because I've got a few of these 14s and '07s that I need to put clutches in, but other than that, they're mostly pretty good. So if you don't care about that and you just want it as is, then I'll sell it to you for a good price. And if not, well, I'll sell it to you for a good price as well, factoring in the price of the clutch. So, but yeah, this is definitely really nice. Happy to have this in the collection. It's in really good shape, and I really don't have any complaints, because all the stuff that's quote-unquote wrong with it is all stuff that's basic maintenance anyways. So, like the filter, I can wash that. The lower hose, I can flip that around to make the springiness come back, that sort of thing. So yeah, this is my unboxing and acquisition of the Dyson DC14 Full Access from 2006. Strangely enough, it doesn't say DC14 on the front of the nozzle, but not all of them did that. So yeah, super happy to have this. Thank you again, whoever gave this to me. I'm sorry I'm blanking on your name. But either way, thank you so much. And yeah, so another addition to the collection, crossed off the list. So super happy about that. Anyways, this is Intellitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace. And let me know what vacuum you want to see next, because I know I've been overloading it with Dyson content. So I still have a ton of vacuums I need to do videos on. So let me know what you want to see next, and I'll happily comply. Anyways, have a good one.